Hello guys, welcome to our tutorial. This is a Microsoft Word tutorial for absolute beginners. So this tutorial is for people who got no idea what Microsoft Word is or have never used Microsoft Word before. So to get started, let's just open it. I don't want to waste any time, so let's just get into this tutorial. So I have my Microsoft icons already. I can just click on it and open it in my on my task bar here. And if you don't have yours, you can just press window on your keyboard or come up here and click on it and then type in Word. If you are using Windows 10, once you click on Word, it should show up here. Like I'm using Microsoft Word, Microsoft 2013. So it should show up there, and if it's not showing up once you search for it, that means you don't have it installed on your machine. So make sure that you install it first. So yeah, like I said, I already have mine here, so I'll just click on that and then open it up. You can see it's like opening. So now you will see it open up this file here. This is the files, as you can see, like Microsoft 2013 and 2016. Like I'm using Microsoft 2013, so it already got these templates made up for you, so you can choose whichever you want to. And then templates, they make it easier because you just have to edit something. You have all your template here, you can just choose from the one you use, or you can just filter them here, business or cards on all that. But in this tutorial, I want us to start from scratch. So I'm going to open a blank document here, and then it's open up. As you can see, it's open up a new document there. So the first thing that I want us to look at, it's up here. If you look up here, you will see there are tabs here. We call these tabs design tab, page layout, you got the reference, all these are tabs. And you will see each tab got its own ribbons. If you see when you click on insert, you got these ribbons here, design, you got your ribbons here, page layout, you got your ribbons there. And you will also see that each ribbons, it's divided into groups. You will see this font group, you got your keyboard group, you got your paragraph group, you got your style group. So, and then once you see the same thing here, you got your table, you got your illustration, you got here, you will see if you got to page layout, you got your page setup group, your paragraph group, you got your arrange. And then you will also note, if you notice, you also see that some groups got this round pattern here. If this one got round pattern, this one got the round pattern. So what are round patterns? So round patterns are just they actually just bring up extra, let's say extra ribbons. So those that cannot be fitted on this part. So if you want to have access or to access the extra ribbons or extra informations, you click on this round button and then it should show up. As you can see, there is an extra tab here that is opening up here. So you can do the same thing with a paragraph, and then it's showing up. You can choose from that, and then the same thing, you can come up here if you want the font. That's just the round buttons. You will see some extra tabs as well. So yeah, the second thing that I want us to look at, you will see that up here you got a ruler, your left, and then top there you got your ruler. If your document doesn't have a ruler, you can come up to view and then make sure that the ruler is stick there. If you unclick, you see the ruler is disappearing, so make sure you got your ruler there. So, and the ruler is to just show you how like the page margin, you see your page margin. So yeah, I like to keep my ruler on. And then the other thing that I want us to look at is also, I also like to see my page width here from left to right. I like to see the width, and you can adjust your page width with this. Here you can zoom in or zoom out. So you can see zoom in and zoom out. So let's I like keeping mine just at 100%. So but if you can't see it, you can zoom in and zoom out. So let's just keep that as 100%. So yeah, that's all that we needed to look on there. So let's actually go ahead and start writing a document or creating a document. So I'm just going to create a rough document, nothing very specific. Just going to create a document. Let's say you want a title, so you can say this is our file title. Got your title there. Let's say you want to add a name. You just typing things, and then you press enter, and then the surname, then you do that. And then let's say you want to, this is your title, so you want to make your title a bit bigger, so you can just highlight it, come to your home tab there, you can change here, you can change the size there, you can even bold it, make it bold, you can make it italic or underline it. And then here there is option where you can change your font style. You can change your font style there. You can change your font style. So I'm just going to keep it green. Or you can also use, let's just go back there, go back to this arrow, and then refresh this, and then you will see here there is this style group here. In these ribbons here there is a style group here. You can choose whichever you want to use. As you can see, if you click on that one, although you can use this title here. You can see it's like that. That's your title. You can also click on it and then come into here, you can center that. So yeah, you can just play around. Let's just leave it like that. You can press enter to move it down. And then you can also change, if you want to change the color, you can come up here, you will see you can change the color of that. You can choose whichever color you want. You can change it to that or that. Let's leave it at brown. So yeah, you can change the color. Just make sure whatever text you want to change or you want to format, make sure you highlight it first and then apply the settings that you want. So yeah, let's move on to the next thing. You can just write this. I'm just going to write the rough things. Again, like just showing you, like you can write. Mostly like Microsoft is doing all the things. You can just keep on typing, press enter, type, enter to move to the next line, enter to move to the next line. And then you will see that you can, with your mouse, you can click up here and end it up here. But if you try to click down here, you can't. But you can click up there. You can come up to the end here and type, but down here you can't. So if you want to move down, you can just press enter on your keyboard there, and then the space will be created, and then you can start typing sound again. Stop typing, start typing. Start typing. So if you notice, you got your all these they are line in red. So this just means that your spelling is wrong. So to change the spelling, let's say you wanted to, let's just write a text. Let's say you wanted to write learning, and then you forgot to put an A there. So you see it's underlined. So you can just right click on the words, and then this option will come up. You can choose learning. So let's say if you wanted to write a name, you got your name. Most names are not in well, Ambrosius is already on my dictionary, so let's choose a different name. Let's say Nelago, and then you see it's underlined. It's your name, right? It's a name, but it's still underlined that Microsoft doesn't recognize it. So you can right click on it. You can either click ignore, and then it will be ignored, or you can right click on it and add it to the dictionary. So every time or the next time you use this name Melago, it won't be at the line anymore since you add it to your Microsoft dictionary. So yeah, that's all that I wanted to show you in there. So the next thing that I want us to look at is bullets. So let's actually create bullets. To create a bullet, let's just make this like this and then move this down. Press enter to move everything down. So to create bullets, you first have to highlight whatever you want to create a bullet for and then come up here. There's an option there which is bullets, and then you can choose whichever bullet you want to. You can choose that one, you can choose a different one as well, you can choose this one. So whatever bullet you want to use. So that's how you enter. Make sure you highlight it first and then choose the bullets that you want to use. So yeah, let's move on to the next thing. And the next thing that I want us to look at is to how to actually insert an image, because that's like the big thing, inserting an image. And I think you heard me say that you will be inserting. So to insert, you come into your insert tab there. The first thing, if you want to insert images, you can be able to insert images online. If you are connected to the internet, you can click on that and then you will be able to go to the internet, search for the image that you want and then import it to your file. But with this tutorial, we're just going to insert an image from our computer. So you can come to picture there, come to picture, let's just find a picture that we want, and there's this window opening up. You can choose from your computer, browser through your computer. Let's just find an image. I think the image that I want us to use, it's in here somewhere. Just hope you can find it. Image, I want us to use this, then you insert it. Click on it and then insert it. As you will see, it's now inserted on the next page, but I wanted to insert it here on this page. So with this image, you will see there's a lot that you can do with this image. So you see, once you click on this image, there's a tab here which is the format tab that is showing up. If you click out, it's not showing, but once you click on it, the format tab is showing up. So this happens to like special things like images or signs or in all those. Once you insert them, this format tab will show up with all these ribbons here. So with this image, like I said, we wanted to put it down up here, but it's now here. And if you try to move it, it's not moving. So that's with Microsoft 2013 and 2016. Once you click an image, they will see this option that is showing up here, this layout option. You can either click on that and then change the layout. You can put it behind text or in front of text, those two, in front or behind. Or if you can't see this, you can right click on the image and then go to wrap text and then click on behind text or in front of text. Behind or in front, whichever one you prefer between those two. And now as you can see, this image, you can be able to move it. It's now here. You can be able to move it with no worries. You can be able to move it. Now the next thing that I want us to do is, this image is too big, so you want to resize it. The first option that you can use, you can click on it and then come to this format tab and then come into this corner. You will see this is the height and then this is the width. So to change the height, you can just come up there, type, let's say you want to give it a 10%, and then the width you want to give it a 13%. As you can see, it's now changed. You can move it down here. Or the second option, you can come into this corner. Once you click on it, this corner, whatever corner you want, this corner or this one or this one, you can just go to any corner and then just drag it inside. Drag it inside to whatever size you want. As you can see, it's now a bit smaller. So yeah, that's how you can resize your image. You can also crop your image. There is an option here to crop it. and then once you click on the crop, you will be able to crop it inside, crop it, and then just click outside. And then once you click on the image, there is also these options here where you can be able to change. Let's say you want to change the color of your image, there's an option. There are also options here where you can change the picture style, let's say those frames, or if you come up here, this it will have like a shadow down here, or you can choose all these options here. As you can see, you got options there. You can play around with those options with your image options there, those styles there. Those are all image style. You can play around with all those. So yeah, that's how you can format an image. And then the next thing that I want us to insert is also in here. You can also insert shapes. Let's say you can insert shapes. Let's say you want to insert all this shape. Let's say you want to insert an arrow. You can click on it, and then your cursor will turn into this to a cross. So you click on it and then drag. Make sure you are clicking down on your left key there on your mouse, and then drag to set the size, and then let it go. Once you let it go, you will see that if you let it go and then your size is way too big, you can click on that, and then this option, format option, is all showing up the same way as your image is showing up, and then you can change the size. You can just manually change your size there, and then press enter. As you can see, you can move this. As you can see, you can also change the color if you want. You can change the outline there. So just make sure you click on it and then set the format to it. And then there's another thing that I want us to insert or to show you is also that you can be able to insert a text box. A text box. You come up to here to text box, and then they will give you these options. You can either click on either of these options, and then they will give you this text box here, this text box here. So, and then if you can see, it's like once you move it around, it's troubling you. It's also moving the other text. So then you click on it by now. So you do the same thing as your image. You can come up to the layout and put it behind or in front, or you can just right click on it and then text wrap. As you right click on it, should give you a text wrap option, and then put it in front or behind, and now you can be able to move it around without affecting other text on your file. And then you can also, once you click on it, you can change the format there. You can like give it that background color and all that. So yeah, that's how you can deal with a text box. And then you can also throw it on your own. Once you click out, if you want to, don't want to choose the one that they already gave you, you can like insert a text box and then throw a text box. So your mouse will turn into a cursor, or let's say a closer, and then you can just drag it, and then whatever size you want, and then you can be able to type in through this. And then you can be able to type in, and then still you can change, make sure it's click, and then you can change the background color, and then you can highlight the text inside, and then you can also be able to change, come into your home tab, the color of your text there. So you can adjust it in the corner like the image I show you. You can be able to adjust this to whatever size you want. You can use whatever corner you want. You can grab it from whatever corner you want. And then this one as well, you can play around with it. So yeah, the other thing that we can look at, so yeah, the other thing that I want us to look at, I want us to insert a table. I want us to insert a table. So you can come up here, let's just put a title here. You can say insert a table. insert a table. You can highlight that, then change the font size. See, you want to insert a table there. You can even move it. You can insert a table there. Just want to insert a table there. So you can come up here on insert, and then you'll see here there is a table tab here. On these ribbons here, you can got a table option there. Just click on that, and then it will give you one shoe. If you want a table, let's say with four columns, you count like 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you should see it's also showing up here on your file. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you want 4 row as well. 1, 2, 3, 4. So just click on it, and then your table will show up there. So let's say you have a table with all these title, all this title, and then all those title. So let's say you want to change to bold this title, make them a bit bigger. You can highlight each one, come into your home, and then bold them like individually one by one. Highlight them one by one, highlight one by one. Or let's just go back, or you can just come up here in this corner here, and then you get that arrow and then click. You see that title link is highlighted, and then you can just click on bold. So you can see everything is now highlighted. That's the fastest way you can do it. So yeah, with that you can also adjust your table. So you can see you can be able to adjust it. So yeah, that's how you add and format the table. You can also paint it if you want. Change the background. If you want to click on out, you will see once you click on the table, you see there is a design here that is showing up. So you can click, let's say you want to give a background color to this, you highlight it, shading, and then you go to, you will highlight it. So you can see it's now painted. So yeah, that's how you format a table. And then that's all to a beginner. That's mostly everything that we needed to cover. So now let's say you are done with your project. So the last thing that you will do, let's say you are a student, right? In most students, like when a lecturer is giving you or want you to write something, they will probably end up telling you that no, you should use some specific line spacing or something like that. So to check your line spacing, you can come up here on your home tab. You will see here this line and paragraph spacing. You can adjust that. So just make sure that whatever you want to format is highlighted first, and then you can change the format. So you can see this way. Let's probably say they want it double, so you can click on that, and then they will give you a double spacing. So the other thing that I want us to look at is also you can also be able to check your spelling. You come into review, and then spelling and grammar, and then these tabs here will open up. So it will show you that no, you got a spelling wrong here. This text here, it's highlighted there, you write it wrong. So yeah, that's how you can check your spellings. You can also use the word count. Let's say you are writing an essay, like students mostly, maybe a lecturer told you to write an essay of how many words, let's say 200 words. So you can count, click on count words there, and then this tab will pop up, and then you will see that no, your words that you use and then the pages that you use. So yeah, that's all that we needed to cover. So let's say you are done with everything, you are done writing your file. So now you just need to save it, and to save it you can come up here and then you can save or save as, and then this option will come up. You can either save it on OneDrive, So with OneDrive you can save it. It will you can see that mine I already log on to my OneDrive account here. So we'll ask you first to have an OneDrive account. So this will do will let me access all my documents from anywhere in the world, so from any computer. So I can be able to access my documents that I uploaded on OneDrive from anywhere in the world on any computer. But in this case we're just going to save it on your computer then, and then you can choose wherever you want to keep it. We're just going to save it on the desktop. So this option will pop up. You can give your thing a title, and then you can choose whether you want to save it as a Word document or a PDF. So we're just going to save it as a Word document, and then you can save. Now it's saved. So to see it, you can come into your so this is our file title. You will see it's here. This is our file here. So yeah, the other thing that I wanted to show you, come back to file here. Let's say you are done saving. Now you just want to print it. You can come into print, and then this will show up. This is your first page, and then this is your second page. It will show up, and then you got all these printing options here. So you can just play around, and then you got an export here. So you can be able to export it as a PDF, and then this will pop up, and then you can publish it. Once you're done, you can see it on here. This is our PDF. This is our main file, and then this is our PDF. So yeah, that's all we needed to cover. So let's say you are done, you close off your file. Done, you close it off. Make sure you save it and then close it off. So if you want it, you can just open it, or if you open a new file here, down here, you will see that on your left here, you will see that we got all this panel here. This is showing you all your recent documents that you work on. As you can see, this is our file title is up here. So if you want this to always appear on the top there, you can pin this at the top, and then it will always be at the top there. Or if you can unpin this, and then if you want this to, as you can see, it's always appearing there. So you can pin whatever document you want to. If you have, like, let's say 1,000 papers that you are working on, so the one that you want to appear at the top, make sure you pin them there. That's how you pin your file. So yeah, that's all. I hope this video was helpful. I hope you learned something. So if you did, make sure you give it a thumbs up, leave us a comment down below, and if this is your first time, make sure you subscribe to our channel. So that's it for this tutorial. I will see you guys in the next tutorial. I'm out.